What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 608 interviews I've done in 5 years. Give this special guest from Nevada, Las Vegas to Boston 617-2978 a second to get on here, and we will start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest, I'm booking until the end of December, and inbox me. I'll let you know the dates I have available. This guest is very special. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. Go check out his music. Shout out to Wu-Tang, Killa Beez, salute, much love and respect. Shout out to League of Mobb Entertainment. I hope everybody had a healthy, happy holiday. Definitely much blessings. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. My condolences to anyone who has lost anyone. Make sure you guys drive safe with all the holiday traffic going back. There's already backups everywhere, so definitely check it out before you head out. Make a wise decision what time you're going to leave, for sure. The next interview after today is on the 27th with Wu Jones, Calvin, and Ruffin. And then on the 29th, BMG Boys. And then the 30th, Bonnie Stone. So salute to all the artists getting on the Iccy Show within the next couple of days. It's almost a new month, almost a new year. I hope everyone's making better choices for 2024 right around the corner. December, there's only one interview left for the date. So inbox me. I'll let you know the dates I have available. Here we go. Hey, welcome to the Iccy Show. How you doing?
It's about to be crazy all over again on the Iccy Show.
Yes, sir. This is the real crazy interview number 608 interviews from Nevada, Las Vegas to Boston 617-2978. Welcome back to the Iccy Show. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And salute to Miss BK and the Killa Beez, Wu-Tang. Much love and respect to you. Salute, definitely.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate being on here. I appreciate the opportunity. It's always lovely and a good thing to catch up with you. I've been watching you ever since our last interview, man. I'm happy to see you still got the ball rolling. You at like interview number 1,000 right now. You are going strong. Keep it up.
Thank you. That means a lot, definitely, coming from you. I've been following you too. You came out recently with a new song, and I like it. I can feel it. How do you feel about what when it came out?
So it's been a while since I've been actually able to sit down and pay attention to the stats of my music, and I'm not saying this to pat my own back, but I'm telling this to artists. Sit down for a minute. Take 20 minutes. Just do your research. Whatever you use for distributing or whatever, do your research. Like, I'm popping in Finland right now.
Mm-hmm.
That song that you're talking about, Secrets, popping in Finland right now. And I wouldn't have never thought. Now, I love the song. That's probably one of my favorite songs I've done. I love that song. From the production, from the concept, and let's be real, if you heard the song Secrets, you know that's a very factual concept.
Right.
The music video, amazing. The structure of the song was great. It had a new school vibe, still had an old school feel, sticking to my roots. I love the song, and I think it's doing great. And just
That's
looking
awesome.
at the numbers, apparently people are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. So
that's amazing. Doesn't it feel good to get the support from out of the country? Like, it feels good because it's like, dang, how far am I really reaching out there?
right. Yeah, oh, absolutely. And it's thanks to platforms like yourself and and other platforms that we're able to actually get to and be able to help us get to that next level that we didn't even know we could reach without, we need people like you. We need platforms like yourself and artists. Y'all really got to start getting with them. Stop thinking that we all we got. We need to do it on our own. That's absolutely false. Like, we are really in dire need of these DJs and these radio hosts and these podcasts and these streaming sites. We're in need of them. So use them, because they are very helpful.
Right. I agree. I totally agree. Especially, with the DJs, people think that they don't need to have a DJ. And I tell everybody, you need to have a DJ. If it's not one that goes with you to do your shows, but at least still pushes your music everywhere they go. Baby showers,
Absolutely.
hosting clubs, anything what they're doing to at least play your music there.
Yep.
And they don't understand that. And that's very important too. And, I always give food for thought, because I like to see everyone succeed. Now, do you have your own permanent DJ that goes on set with you when you go to perform?
Absolutely. DJ Greenbud, aka Mr. Crimson of Legal Mobb Entertainment, East Coast Killa Beez, China Mar Music. Y'all look him up. Diva Delight. Want to give a shout out to them as well too. Yes, I do have my own DJ. And if you have not been to any of my performances live, he is not only my DJ. First of all, he has won the Hip Hop Legend Award in Vegas through the Black Music Awards a few years back.
Nice.
So he is a very well known hip hop artist. He's also well known in the A-Hat rap battle leagues and other leagues. My DJ ain't just a DJ. He got a good stacked resume. However, he gets on the stage with me, and my performance is a R&B show mixed with comedy, because he's also a comedian. He's a great hype man. So as he's singing the panties off or singing the drawers off, he got them dying and cracking up at the same time. They don't know what they came to see. They came to see an R&B show or a comedy show. They got it mixed in together. But we got it perfectly awesome, to where you have to see the show. And we're working on that. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're working on getting it to where a lot of people will be able to see the show.
Okay, that's awesome. I was just going to ask you, is there any tour in the future for you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
I'm going old school ways. I'm going to talk to Miss BK. We're going to get a single going. And y'all know how I do. Every time I drop a hot single, it's time to take it on the road. Nice. And really, like I always do. So
definitely. What is your favorite song to perform?
Oh, that's hard. That is hard. Man, that's hard. Favorite song to perform?
You can only pick one.
I can only, and my sets is like 30 minutes long, so it's hard because I don't do songs. When I do a set, it's a set.
I know. You make the panties get wet. I've been watching some of your lives. Excuse my French. Did I say that?
I would say like Perfect Pleasure. I like performing Perfect Pleasure, especially when my boy is on stage doing his comedy. And it's just funny. It's just real funny. There's times where I got to turn around, correct myself real quick, and get back in the character. You know what I mean? Like, but it's sexy at the same time. And the ladies really love it.
Have you ever had a lady go crazy when you were performing it?
Oh my God. So I just found one from a show that I did many years ago. It was funny because I'm just trying to go back and find all my old footage and stuff, because you remember what happened. All my pages got hacked. So I'm starting over with the social media and stuff. But I found a video, and I promise you, there was at least 100 people in the building, but you only heard this one, and she hadn't been standing like right there by whoever was filming it, and all you can hear is "Sing that shit, crazy." I mean, it was just when I say going crazy, yes, going crazy. She came up on the stage. She got the bending over. She got the twerking. She got the doing the whole nine, just like you thought you was at a Jodeci performance or something. Yes, it was. And it gets like that. They don't get as crazy, but it get crazy. Sometimes that's helpful to have my boy DJ Krim as a hype man, because he makes the crowd feel more comfortable, and it gets more open to when I go up and sing to someone, they don't feel so, oh, I need to back off because now he put me on the spot. Everybody's involved. So yeah, I like to make everybody involved. So the fact that they just jump up and do it on their own, it get a little crazy. It get a little crazy.
Now, I know being a man and with the females, is it dangerous, when you go out, when you're not performing with some stalkers per se?
You got the questions today, don't you? You got the questions.
You thought it was gonna be a simple one. I had to come with the fire, salute to the Wu-Tang, I gotta be fire for you.
The stalkers happens. Don't let people tell you different. The stalkers happen. I have my loyal ones. I got my day ones. And a lot of people will look at that on the outside looking in and go, oh, those are stalkers. Like, no, I know who my loyal ones and day ones are.
Right.
They the day ones and the loyal ones, you would see it. I don't want to say overly support, but they will overly support just to show you mad love and show the world that, yo, we rocking with him.
Yeah.
But then you have the stalkers that will they're not really here for what you're doing. They're here for other reasons. Some people like the idea of being with somebody that's a public figure more than the reason as to why they're a public figure. It's yes, the stalkers happen. I've come across it too many times.
I understand that. I bet, especially, I've been listening to your music, and, I can see it getting wild. I can see you at a strip club, doing your performance and having the strippers in the back. I could see all that. I've been following you for over a year now, and I stay tuned, and I could see it though. I could see your music just, a straight tour going to strip club after strip club. I don't know if that's something you're into, but your music, that's the vibe I could feel. Definitely the strippers could, no disrespect. I got friends that are
No,
strippers,
no.
but I could definitely see it happening.
I would love to. It's funny because my boy Krim and I were talking about bringing back the Sex Rated tour and doing a part 2 of it, because the Perfect Pleasure tour was good, but the Sex Rated tour was just fun. And then just the fact of everything I preach is grown to sexy. Um, it's definitely a good idea to bring that back, and I think that's what we're gonna do as well later on, is bring back the Sex Rated Part 2 tour, and that would be a great idea to include these strip clubs, because not only is it more of a suitable situation, the whole EP, which is free by the way, y'all can download the Sex Rated EP on Audio Mac for free. That was one of my free ones. The whole EP is structured behind every single song is a panty dropper. Every
Nice.
single song is a baby song. When I mean from the intro to the ending, literally from the intro to the ending, will have nothing but 90s, early 2000s R&B vibes, and everything's a baby maker.
That's
The
awesome.
strip club is a good place for that.
So anybody that's trying to make a baby or trying to, get it in, listen to his music. I'm telling you, it will definitely
And
make you get
don't
that home run what you're trying to get.
don't get my blaming me saying it's my fault.
Yep, they're gonna start naming babies after you and be like, oh, we would listen, we would jam to your music, and that's how we made our baby.
Yeah, great.
We got Kimberly on here. She's saying, let me go back. Peace, peace, everyone. We got Miss Lewis, peace, queen. She said that's her song, Fire. And she goes, let's do that one. Sex rated. Already have every one of them songs. So yeah, I think you definitely should do something like that in the strip clubs, and even like with people get married at bachelorette parties. People should start
Yeah,
hiring you for bachelorette parties. I could definitely see that happening. Like, you know,
yeah,
so anybody, would you be doing that? Would you be down to do that? Perform at one?
absolutely. That why not? Those are the best places. Those more central, those more up close and personal venues like that, or occasions like that. That's the best places. You connect better with more because there's less, but it's more of
Right.
an intimate surrounding setting. Like absolutely, absolutely.
All right, all right. Now you say you do 30-minute sets. Would you want to do an hour set? You think you could handle
Oh,
an hour set?
I feel an hour. I like to leave them wanting more.
Yes.
Um, but it's always when it comes off of what I'm doing with the promoter. So if it's the promoter knows off top, I'm coming with 30. So you place me wherever you want to place me, but just know I'm coming with 30.
Oh,
Now if you go, you can do more, then hey, like I did the show in Utah and I got an encore. And I brought 30, I brought more, but I told them, we'll just get ready for show number 2. Let's
okay.
make show number 2 even bigger and better than show number 1 was, and I'll bring 30 plus another 30.
That's all.
So I like to leave them one more, but don't get it twisted. I come with the flash drives and the external hard drives. I got the whole shebang with me, the whole catalog, everything performance ready. So if it ever came down to it, when somebody called me and say, "Hey, I need you for an hour," I'm there for an hour.
Okay, okay. Can you put your interior light on so we can see you? Because it's
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
you know I'm out in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
to.
at that center. If y'all don't remember, if y'all don't know, I race BMX, and I'm also a national BMX racing coach. So I travel with my bike team, and we are here in Oklahoma Thanksgiving week for the national championships at the SageNet Center. And this place is a quarter mile, if not longer, long.
Wow.
And there is 18 countries, and there's close to a little over 100,000 people.
Wow. You
And
took my
I got asked to perform 3 songs next year for the
night.
same event.
That's awesome. Salute, definitely. You get the flowers from the Iccy Show as always. That's amazing. How does that feel? They're asking you to perform at something like that. That must be
I've
crazy.
been doing music just as long as I've been around this sport, so like 14. So everyone always wondered, like, how come like a lot of I go to the BMX tracks and they got Spotify playlists playing their music while everyone's riding. And then one of my songs will come on and I'll just look over at one of the operators and like, why do I hear myself at the bike track? But you gotta understand, like, and artists listen to this, you have to understand whatever you do outside of music can still be involved with your music. Those are your
Right.
fans, those are supporters, or those are potential fans and supporters. You just gotta open yourself to that. Now, a lot of people, I come here every year. For years, I've been coming here every year around this time. And everyone goes, how come you never do it? I go, everyone know my resume, but, I'm humble. I'm not going to go up like, yo, let me get on. When they're ready for me, they're ready for me. And I think it was to the point where it was undeniable, where they came up and they go, look, we really want you, but we got to keep it kid friendly. I'm like, I got y'all. I stuff too. I got y'all. He said, look, next year, they call it the night show, where all the pros come out, all the sponsors come out. It's a big deal. They kick everybody, all 500,000 people out, and then they enter the building. It's lights, it's got a stage, it's got the fog, it's got the laser show, it's got the fire and the pyrotechnics. Yeah, I'll be performing there a couple songs next year. So, and that's gonna be kid friendly. It's actually good because a lot of these BMXers in this community know that I do music. They always show love. They always support. They always send me screenshots. Look what we playing right now on iHeart. You know what I mean? So it's love. Everywhere I go is love.
That's amazing. Shout out to Miss BK. She's on here. Salute, Miss BK. League of Mob Entertainment CEO right here.
Mm-hmm. Where's
Um,
she at?
I,
How big?
I had a question to ask. I had a question to ask you because you jumped into the bike. I was actually going to bring that up on the interview, but it was a little bit later. But since you brought it up, we're going to stop the questions on that subject. Have you ever had to teach a child, that really stuck the memory to you?
Like as far as teaching them for riding?
To ride in the bike. There's some kids that are hard-headed, they don't want to listen
Yeah.
when you're trying to teach them. And it's a dangerous
You
sport because if you don't listen, you could break your neck, you
there
could break your back.
there is it's not just as far as skill, because I tell anybody, if you can ride a bike, you can race one. It just takes practice. Just like learning how to ride a bike takes practice, racing a bike takes practice. What comes behind that is the attitude of learning. Do you want to go learn it? Do you have the attitude to do it? You want to go out and have fun, or do you want to be a hardhead and not listen and just do it your way, and then not really be successful at it? So, and I'm always like, my whole philosophy on this whole team is I take underprivileged kids. I get kids from the hood. I drive around. If I'm picking up the kids from school and I see kids riding bikes, I'm handing out free 1-day passes to come to my track. I'm recruiting
Nice.
kids. Like riding,
Nice.
anybody that like bike and they look like they need a little help, come see me. Like, we do what we can for these kids, and we really try to show them that there's more to. And don't get me wrong, no offense, because I've done them all. There's more than basketball. There's more than football. There's more than soccer. There's more than all that. You know what I mean? This sport, it teaches you that the work that you put in, not just in this sport, but in life, it's going to pay off. It's going to show itself in the long run. There is no, hey, coach, put me in. You ain't sitting on no bench and bike racing. You go out and you practice, and then when it's time to race, you go out and see what you can do. And if you don't make it to the next round, or you don't transfer, or you don't win that main event, well, guess what? It's a practice again next Tuesday. Go out there and work on it again, because we're racing again on Saturday. So it's a mentality thing. You got to come out here with an open mind. It's a bike. Everyone's going to fall. Everyone falls when they walk. Everybody falls doing something. Everyone falls. So BMX racing teaches good attitude. I've had a child that I'm not gonna mention his name. Unfortunate. I've seen him in the neighborhood, in my neighborhood, and he always saw myself and the kids walking out with the bikes, and he always said, "Those are cool bikes. Those are cool bikes." And I'm telling them, "Dude, we'll get you a bike. I need you to come out, because every time I see you, you say those are cool bikes, and he's got this look on his face." So, and this is one of those, unfortunately, you can't help everybody's situations. We got him a bike. It wasn't a race bike, but you don't have to start with a race bike.
Right.
The fact is, we got him a bike. I took him to my bike track. And you already know with this sport what comes with that. Unfortunately, racism is still an issue. And I'm very big on racism in this sport. And the league, the heads of the league know that, to where like they hit me up to help integrate this sport more in urban communities. So they know how I am. So I don't deal with it. But I also know how we need to act when we go and approach this sport, because of how people look at us coming in. So I took this little brother into the bike track, and I'm doing my thing. He's riding his bike. Hey, look, I got a couple dollars. If you want to go over to the snack bar, go do what you got to do. Grab you some snacks, some drinks. You're all good. Everything's on me. And unfortunately, this kid had a pocket knife on him and decided to steal somebody else's Starburst. after I gave him $15 to go buy himself a Gatorade and a pack of Skittles. And he wanted the Starburst. So now this kid, he was 13 years old, and he is no longer allowed at a BMX event or track in the world. This one child had so much potential after I put him on the bike that one day everybody came up to me and was like, you got something with this one. But his attitude, his mentality, and his way of life kind of messed that up for him within the same day. So, I mean, like I say, you can't help them all. You can only try.
Right.
I will always be one of the memories that stick with me with this sport is that I know the kid had a potential. I knew this was something that could help turn him around, whether he was doing bad in school or bad in life. I know there's a girl on my team right now named Nyla. She has she special needs. She did socialize with people until she got around this. Now she's got friends. She's talking. She's riding bikes. She's laughing and giggling, making family out of the sport. You wouldn't be able to tell this girl had an issue. She got her grades right. This is something that can really, riding a bicycle can really impact your life in more ways than just riding a bicycle and winning and getting a trophy. Like, you really got, you know, if your parents or your coaches is really stern, got to make sure your grades is right. That's how my parents were. You got to make sure your attitude is good. You want to go to that next race? You want to do that? Show me you willing to work. Pick up around the house. Do so. Like, it changes the way that these kids think. It changes their strategy in life. It changes the way they approach their parents. It teaches them respect. But if you only have one person trying to implement this in the child that's already going the bad way, that require a team. And if I don't get the support from the other half of that team, I can't do it by myself. So, yeah, that's going to be one of those situations that always sticks with me, unfortunately.
Right. And you know, salute to you. You did the right thing by trying to, you know, you reach out to a young one, and you know, we're supposed to be doing that. You know, I've had an issue one time trying to, you know, pay for the kid's food. He was in line, and I'm always about, if a child's in line, always, you know, reach out and pay for them if they're under
Right.
18, you know, just to do right. You know, we don't have that anymore for this young generation. But also they have to have respect. This generation, you know, they cost so young, but I blame a lot of the parents not sticking forward, you know, on having respect. Open the door for the ladies if you're a male, you know. Certain things, you know, you don't hear of it very much. It's probably about 15-20% throughout the year. Yeah, throughout the world you hear about it, and it's
Yeah.
sad because I feel like we need to go back what our grandparents, our great grandparents taught us in life. And you know, you did a good gesture right there. Don't feel like, you know, if you go to do that again, it's going to kick you in the butt per se. But you know, you did right. And unfortunately, that little boy, you know, I pray that, you know, he has all positive vibes through his life, and these kids are going through so much. But I'm sorry, but we got to start with the parents. The parents got to start buckling down. Find out where your
Yeah.
kids are going. Don't let them just go hit the road and hit the streets at 10 years old and not know where they're going at 9 years old, 13 years old. I mean, under 15, you should know where your child is all times. I don't care if they have a cell phone and they're at the park. Honestly, I'm always up my kids' butt. I've been like that all, you know, it's that you got to know where they are now.
Yep.
And it's sad because, you know, I do reach out. I do community work once a month at the church, and you know, with the youth. And it's sad when you see something happening and it's like you're trying to make it positive, you're trying to make it right, and it hurts you inside because it's like, dang, I'm just trying to do right, and I reach this soul to try to do right for him.
Yep.
um
Yep.
but when he gets older, that kid is always going to remember you, and that's going to sink into him that, damn, I screwed something really big that could have been something big for me,
Mhm.
and he screwed that up.
Mhm.
um I used to ride bicycles and try to do tricks off like, the sidewalk and stuff like that. I was one of the crazy ones.
Yeah.
And I was riding down the hill, on I had a mountain bike, but I was trying to go off like like a hill like this, but like, jump off the rocks, stupid stuff. I don't recommend
Right.
anybody do. And I got hurt. I flipped over the handlebars and like you can't breathe when you like get the wind
Right.
knocked out. And I was like, oh my
Mm.
God, that is the worst feeling. But I did get back on a
Yeah.
bike. I had a
Yeah.
concussion, a whole bunch of stuff. But I salute to you because, that's a lot of, I call it a stress reliever too, riding a bike.
Right.
And you're doing exercises, so it's a lot when you're riding a bike. But I salute to you what you do, especially doing all those trails and things like that. What is the biggest trail that you ever did that you like? It was wild being on the bike and taking those turns and jumping. How did it feel?
With so luckily for me, BMX racing, we don't have trails, we have tracks. I couldn't do the mountain biking and do the trails or the cycle cross is what it's called. I couldn't do all that because you know what? And salute to them dudes, they are conditioned and built different. So we have literally our tracks are like the track that I operate back at home in Vegas. That track is 1,300 feet long.
Oh,
Um,
that's big.
that's six straightaways and five turns.
Wow.
That's the track that I'm at and right now, and I'll show you guys here in a minute. The track that I'm at here in Oklahoma, and another track in Phoenix, which is about 1,500 feet long. Those are the longest tracks I've ever ridden on, and I hate it with a passion because you have those tracks that are part of our circuit, is what we call it, that are 900 or 700 feet long. Then once you start hitting the thousands, you're like, why are we still here? Like, but all it takes is training, conditioning, and the right mentality. So it's like you just got to be able to push through, and just like anything with life, you just got to be able to push through. So you got to be able to
What
take in and adapt to whatever is put in front of you and just push through it.
Definitely, definitely. What is your favorite track to do the BMX racing on?
My favorite track is Nellis BMX, my track. I'm not trying to play favoritism, but I like my track. And if I had to pick a second track, I would say Mesa BMX, which is another track that I happened to announce it, and not playing favoritism, but I just like the track. So, yeah, those are my two favorite tracks,
Well, I
my
know
home tracks.
that's good. That's amazing too because you got to feel it. And I know there's certain tracks that you go to and you're like, dang, if I take this turn, like it just doesn't come to like how you feel comfortable. And
Every
it's just like
track is
on the
track, no track is the same. Every track is different. Every weather condition is different, whether you're inside or out. Luckily, us being here in November in Oklahoma, we're inside of an actual event center. But like sometimes when we race in Arizona, like we race in Arizona, unfortunately, it's either when it's too cold or when it's too hot outside, and it's all outdoors. Then you got tracks where the surface is completely glued, so it's not like you're riding on dirt. And they have asphalt turns. Or you have like the track that I operate, which we stick to the old school way. The entire track is dirt, including the turns. So some people be like, "Oh, I don't like riding dirt turns because they're too slippery in the bottom because the dirt's a little loose." Well, you got to learn how to ride a dirt turn. You shouldn't be at the bottom. When you got the ones that like riding the asphalt turns where it's asphalt, so anywhere you go on it, you grip and you can stick and go. Um, some people like, I mean, but no track is the same. So that's what makes it fair. You just got to
right,
be
right.
an athlete at that.
Have you ever thought of coming out with your own bicycle? Like the Real Crazy bicycle?
I did. Um,
What's the outcome?
the the industry for bicycle BMX racing frames is very saturated now, oversaturated. Um, if I were to do so, I would be just throwing my hat in the bucket of another. I think there's about 200 different frame companies out right now. So with us being in America, and there's only one sanction of BMX racing in America, it's called USA BMX. Everybody's always around this same logos, the same people, you know what I mean? So you're already competing with another 100, 200 bike companies, and a majority of those are startup just like you. What I did do was I made my own number plates. The reason being, one, they're affordable. Two, you could design them. A number plate is like, if you've ever seen a BMX bike or a motocross bike where it had the number on the front of the bike. Well, in BMX racing, we use that to kind of express ourselves. It can have background art. It can have a picture of your family on it if you want it. It can have your sponsors on it, but it can also be different colors of the background, like to match your bike. People have different flavors and choices and likes when it comes to stuff like that. So when I did my own number plates, it took off. It took off to the point where I wasn't prepared for how good it was doing, and I actually had to slow myself down from doing it because I couldn't keep up. Especially now, I would definitely need a team in order to bring that back into play, which if I brought it back into play, that would take off a lot faster than me putting out a bicycle frame. People rather spend $10 on a number plate, $20 on a number plate, than, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say this, I just got sponsored by a company. Now, I don't pay this price, but the retail for one bike frame, just a frame, is $1,100.
Wow.
So I'd rather put my hand in the pot where people can, afford stuff, and, and it's easier for me to make and manage than have to deal with overseas companies making frames and checking it. And you got to say it's a whole process to be able to even pass inspection, to even have a testing frame brought to America. It's too much. It's too much.
Wow. I like the idea with the plate. I hope that one day you get one that says the Iccy Showw. Put your number on it.
Made and have it sent out to you.
All right.
That don't mean I can't do it.
Okay. Well, I like what you're doing. I like you're really about the youth. I love that. That's my heart. All children of the future. I always say that. And I definitely could see you doing, having your own base, and how Snoop Dogg did with the kids with the football team. I could see you having your own,
youth football
your
league.
own
Actually
station.
brought that. He brought that to Vegas. I actually helped coach one of the teams. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
So.
Is there anything
that was
holding you back in your career?
What's that?
Is there anything holding you back in your career right now?
I'm always about. I know you got to be patient. I'm just not a patient person. I wouldn't say anything's holding me back. As an independent artist with a team and backing, you could always do more for yourself than relying on your team. So I want artists to pay attention to that. Not saying to not rely on your team. What I'm saying is go out and make moves as well as your team making moves for you. Because while I was away from music, dealing with the loss of my brother and just dealing with life, guess what? My team was still pushing me. I didn't even realize how much my team was still pushing me until I sat back one day and said, they still pushing, like hard, like to the point where people didn't even realize I wasn't even like really on the break, because around the time it happened was COVID. So everyone thought that, people just slowed down doing shows and doing tours and whatever because of COVID. I really was not planning on stopping during COVID, but all that family issues happened and life happened. But the fact that my team was still pushing let me know, like, it's my Like I need to meet my team halfway. They actually let me go a step further and do some more stuff. And then BK will let you know. There's times where I don't even call. I know you're supposed to, but I know she has faith in me and my judgment. So I will make a move and make sure it's solidified. And I'll call her and be like, guess what? Yeah, we got it. We got it. She'd be like, I won. I tell her, and she'd just be happy and ecstatic and ready to go. And you just got to do stuff like that. So if I could say anything that'll hold you back, it'll be yourself. It'll be really yourself holding you back. As long as you get a solid team behind you, whether you're doing something or not, your team gonna always push you. So don't be the reason why you're holding yourself back, or you're
right.
being held back. Don't let you be the reason why you're being held back. Just
Right.
go out and make moves. That's it. Even if it ain't big moves, those small baby steps you take is gonna lead to one giant step, or eventually you're gonna get to the top. Even you gotta pace yourself. And I think that's the way that I found myself having to maneuver around now. Instead of making these big, gigantic jumps that we were doing, we was jumping over canyons with the moves we was making. But now let's just jump over a couple rivers and ski across a couple lakes real quick before we get to the canyons. We're going to get to the canyons, but we were missing a lot of this good other stuff that we needed that was in between all that. So it's actually good to pace yourself now. And I'm happy that I went this route.
That's nice, definitely. My condolences to you about your brother.
Thank
Have you ever
you.
thought of you're welcome. Have you ever thought about doing like maybe a 6-track dedicated to people that lost someone? I feel like your voice can be overpowering in something like that. I lost my brother last September. So the reason why I say that, not everyone can relate to someone's music if they sing a song about death, but like, I lost my brother, you lost your brother, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of people losing people nowadays, and it's like the new norm, unfortunately. But we
Yeah,
need
no.
more artists. I feel like
Every time you
we need
open,
more.
you're looking at a new RIP post, or you getting a text, but like it's like the new thing lately is like the RIP post is a new thing, and it's just it's sad, but it's reality.
Right. I feel like that you could come out with a single, about maybe 5 to 6 tracks, dedicated. I don't know how you feel on something like this, but I feel like your voice could really impact a lot of people on it. And dedicated to people who have lost someone. Someone, you could do a family member instead of specifically for a brother. But I feel like your music will come really hard and a lot of people can relate to it. So I feel, the suicide so high right now. And, unfortunately, we really got to talk about it more. And we
Yes.
need artists out there that needs to have that voice and, you know, not preaching, but get music out there about, there's other outcomes out of there instead of hurting yourself or killing yourself or,
Right.
harming yourself in any way. What happened to abusive relationships? Now you got to worry about your family member taking their life. Unfortunately, they could be smiling in your face but hurting inside that pain, and
Yeah.
you never know when their ticking bomb's gonna go off on them, and they're gonna explode or take their life. And it's like, I feel like you could, just a small track, a small album, about 5 to 6 songs. I feel like you could do that. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I could. Now I have a little experience with doing that already, just because like I've had a couple artists come to me and go, "Hey, I'm making a song." Like I have a song called "Little Iron Man" that I was featured on, and it was about a gentleman and his girl at the time that I knew. They lost their son, and I I don't know how it feels to lose a child, but I can tell you I poured my heart and soul into this track for them. And he came to my studio and recorded it. And I told him, I said, I need you to leave. And he was like, "What?" I need you to leave. I said, I'm really about to do this track for you, but I need you to leave. because I didn't want them to hear it as it was being made. I wanted to present it to them and just look at the expressions. And I got the expression that I wanted. And I felt very good about myself being able to help them in such a time of need. So I do have stuff like that in me to be able to do. It would take a lot in me to do, but you know what? You're absolutely right. Like, this is one of those situations, like, somebody has to do it. It has to be done, and it takes somebody with a voice to be able to do so. The fact that it's not talked about enough, suicides and opioids and just everything, get drunk driving to all of this road rage. I mean, in Vegas, road rage is just as bad as DUI is. Like, so I mean, it's there's a lot of stuff that's not talked about that could be talked about. Honestly, I don't think 6 songs is enough. You know what I mean? But I think 6 songs will be good enough to make a point, or at least get something started.
Yes. I lost my daughter 13 years ago, so I know how it is to lose a child, and you know it's hard. It really is. And it's like you don't hear music, you know, when you're going through something, you know, you want to put, I'm not going to say depressing music on, but you want to put music on that you can relate during your feelings, if you're down,
Absolutely.
sad, or what you're going through. But you know, I couldn't find music when I lost my daughter, and it was like crazy because it's like, you know, people talk about killing this, shooting
Yeah,
this, robbing this,
and you normally can
having sex
find a
with
song
this, but it,
situation, but when it comes to that, it's hard to find something.
right. And it's like, you know, back in the day, you used to Gladys, you used to listen to Jackson 5, you used to listen to, but you know, our generation has to get back into that. The R&B we got to bring back. You know, I always say R&B music never goes away. You can play it at a wedding, you can play it at a baby shower, you can play it at a birthday party, and it's not going to
Yeah,
get shut down. And
it's,
you know, you might have a baby made during it, but you know, it's something positive, you know what I mean? And you know, I definitely feel like your voice is very powerful, and I feel like, you know, I love your R&B music, and I love what you do. But I really feel like, you know, that might be something you might want to think about
yeah,
to do, because a lot of people could relate, you know. It takes a good artist uh to feel them when they go, when you're going through something like that and your soul
yeah,
is empty, you feel like your soul is empty, but you want to play some music that, you know, dang, they can relate to what I'm going through.
right.
That's what real soul music is like. And I feel that. And she said that Kimberly said that she feels like your voice could make a difference. She said a losing a child is like no pain ever. Miss BK said very deep song. So salute, salute. Uh, so if you do that, please let me know. You know, I would
You
love
know,
to have you back on here to talk about it, because I would have
I just
a
realized
lot to talk about.
you,
Go ahead.
losing a child.
Sorry, we're chopping up.
Kimberly said losing a child is like no pain ever. She knows how you feel because she just lost her daughter last year. That's why she did that. Salute to you, Kimberly. She's one of my main supporters, man. She's been supporting since day one. When I say one, I mean day one.
My
And just,
condolences,
um,
Kimberly.
yeah, and I'm a big supporter of mine. She's always been there. Um, People see her all over my social media like, who is this girl? I'm like, that's number one. Like, I say that girl's literally been around since I won my first music award on Moco Space, when Moco Space was actually dedicated to artists. That's what Moco Space was. It was dedicated to artists. I won my first music award on Moco Space, the hottest, the number one R&B singer on Moco Space, right next to Miss Janae Aiko for best female. The best rap
That's
artist at the time was rap artist at the time was Soldier Boy, who helped create that platform, and the runner up was Ace Hood. Like, that's that way back then. So
wow.
yeah, she's been around then.
That's awesome.
So a lot of people
That's
clear that
amazing
up.
to have a
You
solid
know,
team like that, because it's hard to find that.
yeah, yeah,
She
it
said,
is.
"Good times, good times."
Yeah, it was the
And
listen. If it wasn't about MySpace back then. It was about Moco Space. I don't care what nobody say. Moco Space was overtaking MySpace, and that's why they had to shut it down, because they didn't want nobody to overtake MySpace back then. We were still burning mix CDs and pulling music off of LimeWire and Napster back then, and having the baby making song CDs, putting it in the cars. So
that's amazing. Definitely. Congratulations to you on your 9 awards you have gotten during your career. Salute to you. I hope you get 9 more on that.
Thank you. You know what? When everything started settling and I was starting to get back into this, I was like, you know what? 9 is an uneven number. I don't like odd numbers. I said, before I hang it up, I want 10. I want 10. And I'm going to tell you right now how I've been feeling lately after getting back into it, and just all these positive vibes and working with the team and getting stuff going. Also, I'm not sure if he's watching, but I want to give a shout out to my boy Yaya from Raider Nation Wrecking Crew. Him and I have been working close, trying to get stuff going. I know it's hard to get some stuff going in Vegas, but I'm just working with a lot of different people now. And the scenery is different and it looks brighter, you know what I mean? So it's like it gives you more energy to want to keep going. So I don't think 10 gonna be enough. I might we'll see what it's talking about when we hit like 20. And with that being said, I believe I've put in enough work to be nominated for the next Black Music Awards in Las Vegas. So I know that the nominations, I think they have early open nominations right now to nominate the artists. And this isn't just really off of favoritisms. You nominate the artists you think should be on there, they go and do their background on those artists. And I'm well prepared to be receiving another award from them as well. So hopefully that goes the way that we want to go, and I do get nominated, and everything is a big celebration when I get that 10th one, hopefully.
Yes. So everyone go vote. Go put if anyone that can make the real Krazy on that, make sure he gets another award. Make it happen. Anyone that can make it happen, let's do it. For real. Absolutely. He deserves it. He's doing it for everything. That's what he's not selfish as an artist. He's out there. And that's what I love to hear when artists like you get an award. You well deserve it. When you hear an artist that does not doing anything, doesn't even promote themselves as an artist on the internet or anything, it's like, damn, how did you even get that award? Like, I'm not hating, but really,
how do people know you enough for you to even be nominated or nominated to win an award? Like, you got to put in work. You got to stay being seen. And like I said again, this is where a great team comes in, because you can only go so far yourself. When you don't have a team, you can only go so far yourself. When that team is behind you, well, guess what? They might know 30 people over here, and you got another team over here. That team might know, and you hop on the Iccy Showw. She might have got 3,000 people watching one. You gotta have a solid team, and your name can only go as far as you can put it. Get behind you, and guess what? You're gonna go further. You are gonna go further, and get out of. I'm gonna tell you right now. Get out of your city. Get out of your city. I ain't saying move. I ain't saying forget about where you came from. You can still live where you live in, but you need to take your work on the road. We are not gonna be able to. Don't be stuck in that SoundCloud rapper category. Okay, you need to start becoming a national artist, a national recording artist. That means you are getting up out of your home studio and you're recording in LA in a different recording studio, putting out singles. You over here in New York, or you in Boston, or you in Phoenix, you are nationally recording and putting out music, and you are working with different artists from these areas. You are nationally doing shows and performing. Become a national artist. A lot of people don't like the word local rapper or local artist. I don't like it, but you got to understand, people don't say that to be disrespectful. People are saying that because that's what they see you as. Now, if you put yourself out there more to the point where they see you out of town more than you are in town, they're not gonna call you no local rapper. They're not gonna call you no local artist. You're now on a whole different pedestal and a level. There was one guy that I seen the other day that had to correct himself. He was talking to his wife like, "Yeah, his name's a real crazy. He a local. Nah, he ain't local, but he get around." See what I mean? Like they recognize you, they see it. So you just have to really be able to move and groove. You can't do it sitting at home on your phone just posting links from SoundCloud. It's not gonna work no more. Get you a squad, get you a team. Listen, me and BK take people all the time. If y'all don't have a team, y'all need a team, y'all holler at me and BK. Send us some work. We'll see what we can do. Bring something to the table when you get with a team or you try to approach a team. Bring something. We don't. Some teams, most teams, I don't know. Teams are different. Squads are different. Entertainment companies are different. Managements are different. They might not even ask you for money. They want loyalty. And as long as you can bring something to the table, they can bring what they got to the table. And guess what? Y'all all eating.
Yes.
Everybody.
Facts. Big facts.
So, that if I don't leave one thing with y'all, at least let that be the lesson y'all take from this conversation.
Yeah. Definitely. I really appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show. The Real Krazy. Is there any shout outs or anything you would like to bring up that we didn't bring up?
So, my website's done.
Oh!
My website
Salute.
is done. I am going to drop the website in January. We're going to start off the year with a bang. I need everybody to tune in. I'm doing some big things with this website. I'm trying to change the game for independent artists, let them know we have other ways to do it away from Facebook and TuneCore and YouTube and stuff like that. We have other ways to do it. This is just another way. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna announce it right here on the Iccy Show. Y'all heard it first right here on the Iccy Show.
Let's get it. So Iccy.
The website is going to be www.therealkrazy.com, and this is how I'm going to do it, okay? Website's done. We're going to have a website release party. I am going to do a live online performance.
Nice.
It's going to have my boy DJ Greenbud. We're going to give y'all our full show. And now that I think about it, after you and I have been talking, I might just do the sex rated album, the sex rated tour show. And that's about a good 15-20 minute tour show right there.
Nice.
So people are gonna be able to come on the website. They'll be able to buy my merchandise. Love Krazy. I'm working on a Love Krazy clothing brand. Something else I've been coming and like trying to figure out myself, and I think what I'm going to do for the ladies, I like to do booths at my shows for merchandise.
Nice.
On the merchandise side, on the website, I'm not going to do this in person for the booth, but on the merchandise side on the website, there will be a link to Mary Kay. For you ladies to be able to go while you're checking out my stuff on the website, y'all can also check out some makeup and stuff from Mary Kay. Okay. Now what she say? I'm gonna go broke buying merchandise.
And crazy girls. I love it.
Yep. So listen, I'm trying to just change the game. And I know there's probably other artists that's already done this. I know there's other people that probably already done this, but the fact that you don't see it enough means it ain't been done enough. So you're going to be able to go in there and watch my music videos. Oh, let me back it up. We're going to have a subscriber side of the website as well. So it's free. You can go on the website. You can check out the merch. You can do everything. Or you can check out the music and videos. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to do webisodes as well, where I drop little episodes about once a week. And then what it is you'll do a subscription for, we haven't figured out a price, but I'll say $4.99 a month. You do a subscription. Well, you'll get free access. You'll get access to all the episodes I do. only for the VIP members. You get to hear the singles first before I put them out to the world. You get to watch the music video special premiere before I put them out to the world. You get discount access to all my shows. What it is once you sign up, you get a care package sent in the mail. You'll get we were thinking about doing a QR code where you scan it and it gives you a free album or something like that I'm going to do. You get a free T-shirt and you get a lanyard where you wear it to the show, and whoever I got working the door that day will see the lanyard, like they get in half off or they got access to the VIP. It just depends on the event. But yes, we have that side that's going to be available on the website too. It's just, like I said, it's just a different way to show love to people, and it's also a different way to show artists like we can do these things. That these things that we see Netflix doing. Netflix, you pay, I don't know, $20, $30 a month for Netflix to stream a movie that you like to watch. Okay? If the supporters support you, then they'll stream you. If you give them something to stream.
Right.
Just have a SoundCloud link is not going to work. I'm talking about put your Apple Music up or your Spotify list up on your website, okay? And put your YouTube up, or do something, do episodes, webisodes, do something that these people are going to want to stream. If they'll pay $4.99 to watch your stream, there's true supporter. $4.99 a month for you to watch your favorite artist is not a lot at all.
Right.
That's amazing. And you don't even have to go to the show, because there might be a month where I go, you know what, I'm not putting out a music video this month, but I'll go rent a rehearsal studio and I'll do another live performance. Like, you know what I mean? So your $4.99 is going to be well spent, because not only are you getting the 2 or 3 webisodes and you already got the care package, but you're going to get a music video premiere, you're going to get a live performance, or you're going to get a free single or something like that. You're going to get something out of it every month you spend that $4.99. So that's my big thing that I've been working on, is making sure this website is going to pop off correctly. We're going to start the promoting here in December, as far as letting everybody know the date, as far as the release of the website, and you'll be able to watch everything on the website. As far as a live performance, everything that day will be free. I just want people to come in and take a look around at the website. So, yep, that's awesome. What I got working. Thank you. And it's just another way. It's just another way to show people you are doing stuff, you are busy, and it's another thing that for an artist to be busy with. So, we got to stay busy. We got to keep moving.
I like. If you ever need me to wear one of your shirts, I'll wear it on one of the Iccy shows and keep on repping it wherever I go. You know that, so.
Listen here. I don't know if you can hear me. Look, send me the Addy, and you got a care package coming for Christmas.
All right.
Y'all heard it here. If y'all get her care package by Christmas, y'all let me know. I'm the crazy. Y'all tell me crazy. She didn't get a care package. Y'all tell me.
I got you. I'll definitely, as soon as we end this, I'll definitely send you my address. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there? She said she's buying her plane ticket now. LOL, Kimberly.
Oh, here she goes. You need to charge more than that. Take all my cards. She's so crazy.
I still owe her package as well, Miss BK.
So
is there anything
that's
else you'd like to
do some more shows, drop the website, and really get things going next year. Next year should be very exciting and very fun. Next year gonna be the real crazy.
I love it. I love it. 2024, the real crazy, full of effect for the whole 2024. If you don't know who he is, East Coast Killa Beez. Shout out to Wu-Tang. Shout out to Miss BK. Legal Mobb Entertainment right here. The real crazy. Go check out his music. Go download it. When he drops his website, make sure you subscribe in January 2024. If you want him to be on your show, book him for your show. If you want a feature, book him for a feature. His prices are right. Definitely support him with the BMX bike Salute to you.
Show y'all. I'm gonna show you real quick. Hold on. I'm walking in.
Okay.
I figured I'll go ahead and let you know what it is I do.
Before you go,
it might get a little loud. I'm gonna turn my phone down. It might get a little loud. Hold on.
Wait.
I'm walking in.
Do you want to sing something before you go in?
Sing something?
Yes, because I know they want a little sample of that peony dripping.
And I've been screaming at my team all weekend long. Let me see if I got a little bit of a voice.
Let's get it. The Real Krazy on the Iccy Show.
Y'all remember Immature? I'm going to take it back. Y'all remember Immature? What did he do? What did he say to make you feel this way? No way, no how. He didn't love you in the first place. No. He must have been foolish to let a love like yours slip away. So wonderful, so beautiful. He will never know. No. That's something. That's just something. That's something. I mean, my voice is gone. I've been screaming at the kids racing bikes all weekend. Shout out to the Iccy Showw. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what else I do other than music. Hold on, we going in.
Okay.
We going in. I'm gonna turn the camera around. It's going crazy. What's up? Look. I walk in. The Mike Williams is my boy Nick Diamond. He from Vegas. He out here in Oklahoma with us.
Okay. They got the young ones in.
Give me 1 second. I gotta find the stairs. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Look at the little kids all over the place, y'all.
I love it.
It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Watch out, you might get run over. Oh, yeah, that's big. Nice.
This is what I do.
I love it.
We get kids off the streets. We bring them all the way across the country racing bikes.
That's awesome. I love it. Salute. Much love and respect.
Boys, girls, from the ages of 1 year old. Here we go. Hold on, y'all. I'm pressing buttons.
It's okay.
There we go. From the age of 1 year old all the way up, there's a lady out here. Y'all Google her. Her name is Miss Kitty. She's a black lady from the South. She was on CNN and Oprah and all kind of stuff. She is the oldest BMX rider at this event and in the country. She is almost 80 years old.
Salute.
Yeah.
Definitely, miss. Definitely. Many years to come.
I appreciate you.
If you ever, I don't know if you're familiar. I also have a Iccy Showw reunion of Lost Angels. If you ever want to come on that, in my condolences to your brother, you're welcome to come on there. My show is to have that closure what you wish you had at the when you go to. Oh, I thought we were losing you.
No,
if you ever want to,
buttons.
my show is
let me know when the next one is, and I will definitely tune in. I'll be there. I'd like to give out some support, show my love, and also tell my story. And yeah.
Okay, this is the Real Krazy East Coast Killa Beez from Wu-Tang. The Real Krazy, again, the Real Krazy. Look him up, book him, and I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Showw. You're 1 year. I appreciate you coming back, and I hope to have you back next year. And when your website drops, definitely I want to be your first interview. So make sure you let me know if you're down for that. And much love and respect from the Iccy Showw to you. Keep up the great job with the youth. Much love.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait for the next year anniversary to do a show with you. Hopefully it's a lot sooner than that. Y'all be easy. It's the Real Krazy East Coast Killa Beez, Legal Mobb Entertainment. We out. Bow.
Peace. Love and respect, and you're welcome on anytime. Free
Thank
the
you.
jails, let's go. You're very welcome. 2024 is right around the corner. Make sure you make it a better year than this year. Peace, love, and respect.